Oh, hey, look, I shaved my head. That doesn't really matter because we're doing Money in the Bank predictions. Yeah, Canadian wrestling guys here, or wrestling guy, I should say. DA Wrestling. I'm Andrew. MIB Money in the Bank predictions. Let's do this. Okay. On today's show, obviously, it's the Money in the Bank predictions. It's this Saturday, right? 4 matches on the card. Yeah. Might get something maybe on SmackDown. I'm not too sure yet, but right now it's advertising 4 matches, really. I'm gonna look at my trusty phone here and see what else it has here, but I don't think there's anything else other than the 4 matches. So, I mean, if we do have any more, I mean, great. But right now it's 4 matches. That's what we're doing because it's 4 matches. Should be easy. A lot of things to talk about there. Also, we're all going to talk about the fact that, well, hey, Mariah made the debut on NXT. Said it like a couple days ago video. We're right. Right? Good place for it. We're going to talk about that. But before we get started on this predictions and all this stuff here, make sure you like, share, subscribe down below here. Okay, YouTube guys here, DA Wrestling, right? Make sure you follow us on Spotify, YouTube, as well as Podbean, right? Make sure you follow us on TikTok as well. And on X, DA Wrestling on X. Appreciate all of everybody who does follow us and subscribe to us. We thank you very much. Small click for you, big click for us. We thank you all the time for this stuff. Anyway, let's get to predictions. Starting off with the Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria Intercontinental title match. Now, there's a stipulation of this, right? If Lyra wins, Becky Lynch can never, ever, ever, ever challenge Lyra Valkyria again for the IC title, as long as she has the title. But if Becky wins, Lyra Valkyria has to, well, obviously relinquish the title to her, right? And has to raise Becky's hand saying she's like top woman. Cue in, Becky Lynch is going to win. Pretty sure they said this a few weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, maybe one of those things. But yeah, Becky Lynch is pretty much surefire to win here. I mean, unless they're going to pull like a 180 and just say, nope, sorry. And the whole 360, like, no, whoa, back up. We're not doing that. I highly doubt that. But because every single time they do these things, the person who says that is going to win, right? It just happens, right? There was that one time a number of years ago that the Miz says, right, if I don't ever win the IC, if I can't win the IC title, I'll never try for it again. And then he won, right? What never really didn't work, I think, was Cody and AEW, and we were challenged for the world title, and he lost. He never challenged again in AEW. So, yeah, it was the only other time. So I'm just saying that Becky Lynch is going to win this. I don't see Becky Lynch not winning this. This will be a really good match, right? I'm sure there'll be like another match down the line again with Lyra, because they never said anything about Lyra Valkyria not challenging Becky Lynch again. So I'm going to go with Becky Lynch on this one here. I think it's pretty much safe to say that Becky will win. But hey, funny things happen in WWE sometimes. Like, Lyra could very well win. But I'm going to take Becky Lynch on this one. I think it's about the smart thing to do. Becky's going to win, probably in some kind of cheating form. Right? Maybe have her foot on the ropes, or somebody gets distracted, right? Referee gets knocked down. One of those things. Cue your typical distraction stuff. All right. Next one. We're going to go with the women's Money in the Bank match. Obviously, we had our final one of this Monday night was Stephanie Fakir, the newly acquired Raw superstar. Love her. So does everybody else. Like, she's fantastic. Right? She is obviously facing, well, let's go through the rundown here. Stephanie Fakir, Julia, Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, Naomi, and let's see, one more. Why does this happen to me sometimes? Oh, Alexa Bliss, of course. How did I forget that? Anyway, you think I'd say Stephanie Fakir, considering how much I affectionately love and adore how much I love Stephanie Fakir, but I also love Rhea Ripley. But I've said over the past couple days, too, and episodes of the shows, that I don't think for any second that I don't think Fakir is going to win. It's a possibility they're going to do it, right? Like it's hard to say they're not going to. It's a little difficult to say it, but I don't think Ripley's going to win at all. I don't think she needs it. She doesn't have to have Money in the Bank. It's just another notch her belt they do, right? And no, you can get either way. You get Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky at any point in time you want, right? The smart money here, I would love to see Alexa Bliss do it. Naomi just has no chance in hell in my mind, which means that she probably might win. Naomi might actually win because I think she has no chance in hell, so she might actually win. But I'm going to stick with the three NXT girls. Vakira has a good chance of winning it. So does Julia. But I'm going to take Roxanne Perez. I think Perez has the best chance. I think Perez as a heel with the belt with the suitcase is going to tease the crap out of that thing. Now that was like what Tiffany Stratton won. Right? It's not going to be like that where everybody's like cheer for oh yay Tiffy, yay Tiffy. Nobody's going to give a crap like that. Right? Roxanne Perez is a certified heel. Right? Her face stuff, when you look back on it now, compared to her heel work, is absolute garbage. We call that garbage. Right? But now, as a certified heel, and she's very, very good at it, her whole that thing really works well. And yes, I know people are going to sit there and say, oh, well, she lost to EO and all that other stuff. Who cares? Cares. Means nothing. Right? She's going to cash in on either EO or probably maybe she might even cash in on a Rhea Ripley EO Sky match. When EO's down, the referee's out. Here comes Roxanne Perez. Whatever referee happens to come back in, she gives it to the referee. Boom, boom, boom. Right? I think Roxanne Perez is the one who's going to win this. But I wouldn't be surprised if Akira wins. I don't think Ripley's going to do it. I would love to see Bliss do it. But I just don't think that's the cards they want to do that. I think there's too much stuff going on possibly between Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair to really do that. Julia has a very good chance to win too. I think it's one of the three NXT girls that win it. I'm going to take Roxanne Perez. I think that's probably the most logical reason to do it. Just for the heel work too. Julia also would do very good heel work as well with it as well. With Stephanie, I think it's just, she's just going to say, I'm going to challenge you now. And they might want to do that match. But judging what we saw on Raw with Ripley and Vakir, I feel it's going to be a number one contender match somewhere in there anyway. And wouldn't it be grand if Vakir ends up beating Rhea Ripley to get a number one contenders match against Io Sky? And when Vakir's about to win it, Roxanne Perez, who won Money in the Bank, cashes in on one of them. Almost writes itself. So I'm going to say Roxanne Perez. Not Stephanie Vakir, even though I love Stephanie Vakir. That doesn't mean I love her. I don't love her. I'm just saying Roxanne Perez is the better option right now. Moving on to the men's. Now, this whole thing is basically set up for Seth Rollins to win. I'd be shocked if Seth does not win this. Right? It's Money in the Bank. There's basically no disqualification. There's no way Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed aren't going to get involved in some way, shape, or form in this match. It's Seth's to lose. So I'm taking Seth. That being said, someone like Penta winning it, or let's see, like Penta winning it, LA Knight, I don't think has a chance in hell to win it. I just don't see it. Solo Sikoa is definitely not doing it. It just doesn't make any sense for Solo to win it, especially where he's going right now. What he's going to do? Challenge Jacob Fatu for the U.S. title? That's just stupid. That's absolutely dumb. You get there on your way in a different way. Right? Andrade, he's going to be a hell of a lot of fun to do it. El Grande Americano is not going to win. If he wins, just take the mask off and say it's Chad Gable at that point then. You might as well. You absolutely might as well. Seth's going to win, in my opinion. Right? I think this whole thing is set up for Seth to win anyway, considering who's in his corner. The Creed Brothers ain't going to come help El Grande or Chad Gable. Right? Phoenix ain't gonna help. If anything, Penta and El Grande are gonna brawl majority of the time, along with Andrade. Andrade's already gonna put himself and someone else through a ladder, like he did to Carmelo Hayes last year in Toronto. Seth, in my opinion, is gonna win this, which leads me now to the tag team match, which I think will close the show. Why do you say that, Andrew? Because I think, like last year, they're going to do a cash in. And I think Seth's going to cash in on Jey Uso. Right? I think, literally, I think possibly Jey Uso and Cody are going to win this match. Now, they lost now last year, Cody Rhodes was in a tag team match as well in Money in the Bank in Toronto. And he lost to the Bloodline. Right? To Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. All right? Which led to the SummerSlam match and the return of the Roman Reigns. This time, I can see Jey Uso and Cody winning, right? Beating John Cena and Logan Paul, possibly Cody Rhodes pinning John Cena to set up a SummerSlam match. Yes, I know it's 2 months away, but still, right? Or 2.5 months away. I can see him setting that up somewhere there. But I think Seth Rollins might cash in on Jey Uso that night. And do Seth versus Gunther with winning. And Seth is bound. Right? Or nothing happens. And Seth cashes in on Jey Uso versus Gunther. So you're either getting a cash in on Money in the Bank or you're getting a cash in on that match. That's what I'm saying. I know it's not like all out there. I think John Cena and Jey Uso win that match for a possible and then a possible cash in by Seth Rollins. If not, then when Jey faces Gunther, because this whole thing is set for Seth Rollins to get that title and hold that title for a very long time. I think he's going to drop it to Punk, possibly at Mania or the Rumble. Those are my predictions. I know it's a little scattered the last one there, but hey. So let's just recap here. Becky's going to win. Right? Roxanne Perez is going to win. Seth's going to win. And Uso versus Cody. Uso and Cody are going to win. Setting up a few things for SummerSlam, possibly down the road. There you go. That's the predictions. Crazy, a little bit out there, but hey. Some things go all over the place, but that's sometimes the wrestling gig there, folks. Anyway, if you watch Tuesday night on NXT, during the JC Jane promo, how she's the NXT women's champion. By the way, great to see her that she did win. I mean, I know last week I did say some things about it too. I'm going to say it again. She did some good. It's good for her that she finally won it. Won the big one there. Good for her. As she was cutting her promo, all the main number one stars in NXT, even Jordan Grace, who's set to go to SmackDown. I don't think she's going to be there. I don't think she'll be NXT much longer. There's almost no point. Right? All came out. You had Jordan Grace come out. You had Jada Parker come out. Kalani Jordan come out. Lash Legend came out. And then it all went dark. And a spotlight in a nice little elevated area, the debut of the Glamour, Mariah May. Also one of my favorites. Loved her stuff in AEW. It's fantastic. She's really built herself here. Right? Your whole back thing on her that she went to WWE when she was younger, tried out, failed, went to Japan, went to Strong, got better, studied, worked herself into AEW, got herself in the best storyline in AEW all of last year. Even completed the whole thing with a Hollywood ending, where they now all done, right? Great storyline with Mina Sakura as well. Gone from AEW now, signed a multi-year deal with WWE, and she proclaimed that NXT is going to be more glamorous, and you just call me your next NXT Women's Champion. Now, word is they're going to be changing Mariah May's name somewhere. Look, I don't know how they're going to do it. You just, I like, it's not a copyright issue because I think she does own the name, so WWE can't do anything with it. But I think they should just keep it Mariah May. I don't want them to change it all. They might change the last name maybe to Mariah. Hopefully, it's not Mariah June or Mariah or Mariah Carey. Yeah, they could do that. But I mean, just keep it Mariah May, right? They might even call her Mariah Glamour or Mariah Glam. Who knows? Something probably ridiculous. But Mariah May's in WWE now. I don't think JC Jane's going to hold that title very long at all. I think probably in her debut match, which might also be a title match, maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. But I think in her, maybe not in her first debut match, it'll be against the title, but maybe in her first chance at the title, she's going to win. And she's going to hold that title for a while. Because God knows they don't need to bring anybody other up right now. I know there's a draft coming up apparently at the end of June, they've been saying, rumoring. But Ryan Reigns obviously not doing anything. She's going to be in NXT. She won't even be an option. Right? See Mariah May winning that title. Especially if JCJ, they finally decide to move JCJ in the main roster. They might do that. So, either way, I think Mariah May's going to win that title a lot sooner than later. Right? They're just going to skip over the North American title, just have her win the NXT Women's title. They might as well do that. So that's probably what's going to happen there. Right? Looking forward to Mariah May's run, see how this is here, see how WWE uses her. She's a hell of a good talent. She's gorgeous. Right? She's a hell of a good wrestler. She can cut up excellent promo. She's a phenomenal heel. Her face work is like okay, but she's a way better heel. She is better than most women right now on that roster as heels. Seriously, go look at her stuff in AEW. How she tormented Tony Storm. How she even played Tony Storm. Go watch it. Go watch from a year ago. And watch how she bloodied the hell out of Tony Storm and beat the living piss out of her after she won the Owen Hart title, Owen Hart Cup. It was fantastic. Did a video on it too, way back a year ago. Right, I might even post the thing up there, up top there. Take a look at it. Anyway, guys, that's predictions. That's what I think of the Mariah May stuff. It's excellent to see her there in WWE. Looking forward to Money in the Bank. Now, some people might be wondering myself, Andrew, why aren't you doing Worlds Collide? Because frankly, I don't know how many people are going to watch Worlds Collide. I know I'm not going to be able to watch it at all either. I know it's kind of off my radar, but I might take a look. It's also on YouTube. It's not even on the network or on Netflix. So I might tune in to see if I can find some stuff later on about it. Let me let you know how I feel about it later on. I might take a quick look at it. But right now, it's not really my upper card thing, right? I know Stephanie Fakir is doing double duty that night. So that's why I think she's not going to win the Money in the Bank. But hey, you never know. Anyway, guys, that's the episode here. That's Money in the Bank predictions. I'm Andrew. This is DA Wrestling. Follow us on the content I just said earlier. We appreciate y'all. We thank you. Have a good one. Reactions and possibly how I feel about it coming up more likely Saturday night after the show. All right? Anyway, guys, have a good one. Talk to you then. Later.